Hello and welcome to the channel. This is Jorge Santiago from JBR Fishing. So you bought a rangefinder, fish finder, high-tech, new, whether it's a Hummingbird, Lowrance, Raymarine, Garmin, they all work in a similar fashion. So you find a point, you got a spot, you mark a waypoint, you come to it, you see it, you come back around, and you fish at it. And you find yourself at a depth at 18 feet or 15 feet. And that waypoint, that structure that you found, whether it's a lay down, a rock, you look at the graph and you say, okay, this is at 25 feet. So you're casting way past and you bring in either your spinnerbait, your crankbait, whatever you're fishing, and you're casting and you're casting and you're casting and nothing, no results. And you're pretty sure that holds fish, and so you keep trying. And there's probably a reason for that. It's probably that you're probably reading it wrong. These graphs are designed, they have, that big black line or that dark spot, whatever color graph you're using, it's to the right and to the left, you see dark, and then you see the structure at the bottom. Well, whatever the distance that it shows to that's either that point that you mark, that structure that you mark, or a stone, a lay down, or standing timber, or whatever it is, that point is not actually that distance that is telling you that it is. Is actually, you have to actually subtract your depth to that distance where that structure is, because you got to look at it this way. The black spot is the water column, and it's that single line that comes from the transducer straight down to the bottom. So as if it's 15 feet, it's 15 feet. Then you see the structure, the ground, the ground structure going left and going right and going to the left. That's where it actually meets. So if you're looking at a point that says 25 feet and you're 18 feet of water, then subtract, it's what, 7 feet away from your boat or from your transducer. Okay, so you're casting 25, 30 feet out there and you're bringing it up. So by the time your bait comes to you, you're pretty much on top of it. So you're never going to get any reaction or any success on it. So you got to keep that in mind, that water column, that black spot is the water column. So that's straight down, that's a shot from the transducer straight from the top to the bottom. Look at it as a TD or down imaging, okay, but without the image itself, just black water column, just the water. Sometimes you see little specks in there because that is maybe a fish or bait fish directly under your transducer. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to show you what it actually is. Okay, so what you're looking at right there is the water column. So this right here, so you're casting, let's say you got 21 feet away. So you're not actually 21 feet away. You got to go 21 feet minus the almost 5 feet, the depth that it is. So it's actually going to bring you to maybe 16 feet away. So when you cast, you have to cast, you got to keep that in mind, that depth is not what it is. So over here you have a lay down. This lay down over here, this is a tree that's right next to me. This is actually standing timber. It's actually, it says 40, maybe 50 feet, right? But it's not 50 feet, it's 50 feet minus the 5 feet, so it's actually 45 feet away. So you will have to cast that distance in order for that crankbait or whatever to go down and reach that. Okay, so this is a good example of what it looks like. Here's a perfect picture of a depth of over 30 feet. This is where you could see, okay, if you cast, you see it right around here. You're not casting 30 feet. That's maybe 30 feet, 10 feet away from your boat. Okay, so you got to keep that in mind. That's what you have to look for. So next time that you're fishing and you realize that, okay, I'm right closer, now you have a pretty good idea of what it actually means. So you look at it, the black spot is right here, like to my ring. So look at it, this is what it is. So it forms up like this. So I'll be able to show you more on maybe on a map or something that I have, and that way you could have a better picture. So you got to look at the ground. If it's dark, you put that dark spot up, and now from where the land starts, that's where it begins. Hopefully this thing helps you out and helps you catch more fish. Okay, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share it with your friends. If this tip helped you, it could help somebody else. And keep in mind, if you're in Texas, fish Texas, land of the bass giants.